Cleveland Browns podcast. Let's get the Gleam together. Cold Lake wind and orange lights. Sunday fire, dog pound nights. We won the scars, we stood the test. Brown and orange across our chest. From the Muni Lock to the end zone line. This city's heart still beats in time. Through every loss and every dream, you can feel it rise. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam together. This is our time. Let's get the gleam together. Whoa. Let's get the gleam together. This is our town.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of There's a Gleam podcast, a Cleveland Browns podcast. Today is Wednesday, June 24th, 2026. And John, my computer and my phone have synced up. They both say 12:02 p.m. right now.
It's a miracle.
How about that? You know, about an hour ago, we had a little power flickage. We lost power for like literally 10 seconds and popped back on. So I don't know if that re-jolted everything, but we are lined up now. So now I'm not confused.
Well, that's good.
Right?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Now that you're all synced up.
Right. Now everything's back to normal. Doing good. Had a good week. Father's Day weekend was last Sunday, so that was nice. Got to spent the whole weekend down at our boat club, and I slept on the boat for 2 days, which one day was great, one day was terrible. But
Why was it terrible?
my back, my wife and I sleep in different sections. Like I'll sleep in the V berth. She sleeps back in the aft just for more space. Plus we have the dog. And that V berth, we didn't get a memory foam cushion or a different thing yet. A mattress, we have just the cushions it comes with, and it literally felt like I was sleeping on a board to start. I was so sore, dude. It was like 2:00 last time I saw. I kept tossing and turning, but then we flip flopped because my wife's a wonderful, beautiful woman, and she doesn't mind. And I slept in the back, and the next day I actually slept really good. So it's all good. How was your week? How was your Father's Day, and how are you doing?
Good. My Father's Day was actually very quiet because we had a wedding on Saturday for.
Oh, I saw, yeah. Chad.
For Chad's daughter, Taylor. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chad and Brian and Michelle. And so we had a party at Windows on the River, or a party, but a wedding at Windows on the River. So Saturday night we tore it up a little bit, and then Sunday all my kids were laying low because they were out all night long. So
okay, so they had it back here. I didn't know if they were going to have it in Chicago or if it was here or where it was. So okay, cool. Got to see some familiar faces.
Yeah, got to see some old friends, which was nice, and did a little bit of dancing, a little bit of drinking, a little bit of eating.
There you go.
Had a good night. So
Chad say he listens to the show or watches?
Yeah, I've talked to Chad about the show a little bit. I don't know how much he listens or watches, but
apparently it's not enough. I get to see a comment from him. So Chad, step your game up, buddy. Oh, well, that sounds like fun. Sounds like a good weekend. Looks like we got a good week ahead. Looks like some rain. I saw next week, the forecast for next week. Next week's our big club regatta, Thursday through Sunday. So 4 days of just a bunch of boaters drinking and partying and having fun. So you'll be up for at least one of those days, I think.
Yeah, I think I'll be up. I got to see. I think, maybe Saturday?
Yeah. I'll show you what bands we got playing each day, what events are going on and stuff. See if one jumps out to you. Actually, if you want to come for one of them, I got to know because I got to get your dinner in if you want to eat. They don't, none of the restaurant, nothing's open. So, but yeah, no, it looks like it's going to be hot and humid. They're saying 80s, 90s and humid. So here we go with summer.
All right. I'm ready for it.
That is all good. So anyway, that's it about that. Let's do our blog. I think by now people know where to find us.
Yeah, I just type in There's a Gleam. We're on whatever social media you're on, and we'll pop up.
Yep, we're on YouTube, Facebook, and X. So you know that. We're both on TikTok. You can also listen to the podcast on Apple and Spotify and YouTube podcasts, which John is excellent at, getting them up the same day. And finally, you can check out our website at there'sagleam.com, or for those of you watching, you can use that QR code up above in the corner. There you'll find all our social media pages where you can find us. You can check out our bios. You can leave a voice message. And at the top of our page, you can check out the Gleam store. There we have shirts, sweatshirt, tumbler, rock glasses in now I saw, coffee mugs, different sizes. And we both want to thank those of you that have already ordered merchandise. We've gotten some feedback of a few people that have ordered their mugs and I think a shirt, and love the feedback so far. So we're constantly adding new merchandise. So look out for that. And that's pretty exciting. Did you get yours yet, John?
No.
I told you I went on today. I was going to order a bunch of stuff. We got to talk to our supplier about a few things, but I'm going to put that order in today. I can't believe I haven't yet.
I know. I can't believe I haven't either, but I
That's
guess
what I was. And then I know you had hats and you didn't like how they looked or how it was working. So you pulled some stuff. So I waited and I kind of forgot. So
yeah.
But
yeah, we need to work on the embroidery. Some of the logos are a little too intricate for the embroidery. So I've got some ideas, Steve.
That's why you're the creative one of this group. So that's awesome. No, we got somebody else, a friend of mine, working on some stuff. I know we wanted to have him for when we went to the Browns draft party.
Yeah.
And those we have, and we might have another. So we're always working on stuff. So check it out. Again, thank you for those that have ordered merchandise so far. We appreciate it. And today we got a lot to talk about. Every week I think we don't, but some interesting news. We had some Shedeur Sanders news, which came from one of our local radio guys throwing out, I think, basically a rumor. We got you're posing an interesting question about should the Browns bring back Nick Chubb? Training camp dates are now set. You also found another nugget, Joe Thomas on the Myles Garrett trade and hurting the fans. And I had a video that I found of former Browns quarterback Jameis Winston. I love me my Jameis.
So do I.
Which I thought was really good. We got some AFC North Intel news, some big NFL news, which really threw us for a loop because I had gotten all together for the supplemental draft, only to find out there's not going to be one, which we'll talk about later. The land we have this week, I had the honor of doing it, and this week we're featuring an East Side place called Dino's Restaurant in Willowick. We got Inside the Dog Pound featuring our free agent Fido of the Week, Jet. Tailgating, this one I'm really excited for. Tailgating, Latsu. What's in the box, we're calling it. And that piqued my interest. And we got some more stuff. So let's get started, John.
Sure thing. All right. Well, let's start off with our Browns news, like we always do.
Yes,
and
sir.
Steve, Tony Rizzo at WKNR, he unleashed a tidal wave of rumors, speculation about Shedeur Sanders is saying that there are ongoing calls about the availability of Shedeur Sanders. I'm a little stunned by this. What do you make of? Do you think this is credible?
I mean, one regard, you want to be like, is he doing it for clicks? He's a radio guy. He's got his shows and stuff. Are you trying to, whatever? I don't know. He doesn't seem to say would have to lie about it. Maybe they are, but you're going through all this stuff. Monken seems to like him. I mean, unless they've just been hyping him up about this quarterback, but for me personally, I don't see the logic. You don't even know what you got with him. I mean, unless they think they do. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't think Tony Rizzo is making shit up.
No,
he's too credible, I believe.
He's been around a long time. He's a made man, as he says.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, he's been doing this since we were, younger. We're kids, in the 80s. But I don't know. I know that Daryl Ryder believes the Browns could trade Shedeur. I got a quote here from Daryl Ryder. He said, "Here's a part of the theory that kicks in. I think the Browns will trade Shedeur Sanders before the start of the season. That's my theory. If they place a bid, not even win a bid on Sorsby." That's what they're talking. This is before Sorsby.
Right, before they announced it.
Yeah. The Browns are going to trade Shedeur Sanders. I'm not reporting anything. This is my opinion, and this is my gut feeling. Deshaun Watson is going to be your starting quarterback when it's all said and done. So maybe there is some truth to it. Maybe these guys are hearing stuff. I don't like it.
Well, it's the Browns. We're always going to hear stuff about quarterbacks. Would it shock me? No, nothing really shocks me. Do I want it to happen? No, I really, call me crazy. Maybe I'm naive. Maybe he isn't, but I really just want to see Shedeur have a chance this year. I want there to be no doubt, hopefully, in people's minds.
I agree with you 100%. I think when it's all said and done this year, we as fans, we need to know if Shedeur had it or if he didn't have it. And if he didn't, fine. But we need to know.
And 7 games isn't enough, and especially with the supporting cast he had last year is not enough. I mean, I think most people agree on barring some unforeseen stuff of a rash of injuries or this line just being god-awful than what we had, you've got a new rebuilt line with your first-round pick being anchoring that left tackle. You've added 2 promising young rookie receivers. Everybody else has a year under their belt. Judkins is coming back healthy. You've got a full complement of pieces.
Right.
There's, a new head coach who, an offense that should tailor some of what he likes. I think they'll work well together. There's no excuse. Let him play. If he balls out, great. We got 2. I have, not you guys. I have 2 first-round picks. I can do whatever I want. I can truly look at the best player. Maybe that's a lineman, another receiver, defense, who knows? And if he's terrible, well, great. We're picking high. This is supposed to be a loaded class next year. We'll get him next year. So I really want to see him. I hope it's not true. I don't want to see him go.
2 things, though, Steve. What could the Browns legitimately get for Shedeur Sanders? A second round? Third round?
Second, I think, would be pushing. I mean, he's only got 7 games under his belt. And there's, some will say so. He was 3 and 4. He was a 5th round pick. I mean, you wouldn't trade him for a 5th round or less, would you? That would
I wouldn't. I would think third.
My opinion, the best case is probably a 3rd, maybe probably a 4th. I think 3rd or 4th is probably what you'd be looking at, unless there's a player involved. But I mean, who are you going to trade? Another unknown? I mean, so yeah, probably a 3rd or 4th is what I would think.
So great. So we get another 3rd round pick next year. Wow. That doesn't do anything, but I want to know what Shedeur Sanders is.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree with that.
Steve, if Andrew Berry trades Shedeur, how would you feel about Andrew Berry now?
I mean, he's kind of there's so much stuff that's gone on in the past. Remember, everybody thought, oh, Jimmy made the pick. Then there's all the stuff about how the guys looked when he was drafted. I've seen plenty of video of him going up to Shedeur at times, the way he talks to him. I think he's a supporter of his. I'd be stunned. I mean, he's been pretty good the last couple of years, but this one, I'll scratch my head for this one too, like I have some of the other ones, until I'm proven wrong or he's proven right. What would you do?
I would really start to question his thinking along the lines for quarterbacks for this team, because they got rid of Baker Mayfield because they wanted an adult in the room. And then they went and got Deshaun Watson, and that hasn't worked out great. And then you take Dylan Gabriel and say what you want, that was a Kevin Stefanski pick. Mm-hmm. Andrew Berry still made the pick. He's still the general manager.
I was just going to ask you, if they were to move on from Sanders, would you then believe that wasn't his pick, that Haslam, or I doubt Stefanski had that kind of power to say, I want
Gabriel and Sanders.
Yeah. So for me, it was either Berry or Haslam behind it. I don't see anybody else, but
and Steve, I will say this. The bottom line is the general manager picks the players. And if the owner tells them to pick them, well, that's still on the general manager.
Yeah.
So to me, the coach coaches, the general manager manages, and the owner pays the bills. And if the owner wants somebody, he's going to get him. That still falls to me under the category of general manager making that pick.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I would tell Jimmy Haslam, I'm not doing it, Jimmy. Fire me. Well, maybe I wouldn't be that strong.
How about the week Jimmy has? Well, I should say the last couple weeks Jimmy Haslam has. He's traded arguably the best, not arguably, I think everybody would agree, the best defensive player in the NFL from his team. And then he goes and turns around and trades in basketball Giannis.
Yeah, I know. Well,
arguably one of the top probably three basketball.
But he's minority owner in the Bucks, right?
Yeah, but most people, fans here will be like, he was a driving force behind that. It's always Jimmy's fault.
Hey, he got some big bulls. That's what I got to say.
When in doubt, blame Jimmy. We'll see. I don't know. I want to see what happens. I personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to trade anything. And now with the whole, had they traded him, that would have led me to believe they were in on Sorsby for sure. I mean, there's no way you already got the quarterbacks you have now. Somebody's going unless they had a trade worked out for Gabriel.
Oh, that could be.
I think there's so many fans that I see it would love to see him go, but I want to know on a totally different side note, what's the infatuation? And I know it's camp here. It's stuff to talk about, but does anybody honestly truly want to see Deshaun Watson at quarterback? I mean, I know there's some Watson fans there, but by and large, does anybody?
I don't know, Steve. Just talking to people, I haven't really run into anybody that's banging the drum for Deshaun Watson to start.
No. I mean, I see a few people on social media here and there, a fan here or there, but by and large, man, I'm done. I want to see Shedeur. I want to see he's not the future. He's the past. I'm thinking about the future right now. So,
Steve, I would rather see Dylan Gabriel play than Deshaun Watson, to be honest with you, because Deshaun Watson to me is not in my plans. He should not be in the Browns' plans. Gabriel maybe has a long shot outside chance of being in the plans, but I don't think they see it that way.
Dude, you got me thinking long and hard.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if I could stand to watch another game with Gabriel.
So you'd rather watch Watson?
Actually, in that case, yeah.
Steve,
Gabriel, he didn't throw the ball past 20 yards. I can't take that again. Did he ever? I mean, dude.
No, he didn't want to go downfield. But then again, what can he do with a new offense?
I'd rather see Green than either of those two.
Right. I would too.
That kid's got the physical. So anyway, that's enough.
Well, yeah. Speaking of, done talking about quarterbacks. Let's talk about running backs for a second because Nick Chubb.
Mm-hmm. I saw you posted that on our social media there.
Yeah, he was. I can't remember what the convention was for. He was talking. It was something about a medical thing. I don't know if it was Cleveland Clinic, and they were talking about his recovery and all that stuff.
Hey, real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you, but our buddy James, we haven't seen you in forever, my friend. I know he comments on our social media post, but I haven't seen him on the show. He said he'd rather see Shedeur all season. I don't know about Gabriel, though. I'd rather see Watson than Gabriel. He 100% agrees with me, and that's why I like James.
It's good to see James back. And then he says, for the love of God, bring Chubb back. Yes, I was yelling that.
Yep. And he did. I think he said the same thing on the post that you put for that. So good to see you, James. Yeah.
Well, Chubb is third all time in the Browns history for rushing with 6,843 yards and 51 touchdowns. I think a lot of fans would love to see him as the third or fourth back.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing in one regard when you think about it? I mean, he's only with us 5-6 seasons. Yeah. And to be third all time, I don't know if that speaks to just how, other than Jim Brown. Of course,
Leroy Kelly. Leroy Kelly and Jim Brown.
Yeah, other than those two, through all this history, that's it.
I remember looking at the list of the all-time Cleveland Browns running backs yards, and the list is not very good. It's like, I think even like Jamal Lewis is up on that list, which is crazy.
Right.
And
you think about it back in our heyday, you had both the Pruitts, regular Mike Pruitt, you of course, Ernest Biner and Kevin Mack, but Marion Motley didn't play long, and those guys are all in there, but I just thought they would have been higher than Chubb. But then again, don't take away, Chubb did have a couple great years as well. So, and he averaged, what was it? 5. At one point he was over 5 yards a carry. Was it like 5.1 or something just behind Jim?
Yeah, he was over 5 yards a carry for a long
time. Remember that. So, so you continue with what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Well, Andrew Berry said that a Chubb return was increasingly unlikely. after the Browns reshaped their running back room. But, Andrew Berry's still the guy that said he wasn't going to trade Myles Garrett either.
Right.
So I don't believe anything Andrew Berry says.
Not really. I mean, yeah, what do you have? Judkins and Sampson. I do like that Sanders a lot.
I would go with those three and then Chubb.
I mean, I'll be honest. I didn't see a ton, but I did watch some. Occasionally I would see some of the Houston games, and I love me Nick Chubb.
He didn't look the same though, Steve.
No, nowhere near the speed, the burst. I know he had that one run at one time, about a 25-yard touchdown run, which some said this was like 2 years ago, where they're like, did they basically just let him get in the end zone because they were trying to do how the teams would do the let him score so we can get the ball back thing. But all the games I watched, he was nowhere close to the back that he once was. I mean, I don't know how you could be with he's had 3 major leg problems, one in college, then of course the one with us, and then then again he broke his foot. So just I don't think he's 30 yet. What's that?
It's a position that it could take a toll on your body, and I think it has with Chubb. And I think his numbers are, for the years that he played and gave us those memories, I think they're he's going to go down as one of the Browns' all-time favorites.
James said he still believes Chubb has juice left. I think him and Q would look a lot like Hunt looked. He's still averaging 4 yards a carry. Last year he had like 500 yards, I believe. Houston didn't give him enough touches. There could be some truth to that. I didn't watch a ton, like you said. Some of it, and he did have 500. I mean, third back at this point, I guess it
goal line back.
Could, I don't know. Q might be. I don't know. I mean, would I be opposed to it? No. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But I wouldn't be opposed. James makes some really good points to that. So
I do think no matter what happens, I think Nick Chubb will retire as a Cleveland Brown. I believe he will sign a one-day contract if he doesn't sign a regular contract.
I think so. I think that's a fair point.
And then one other thing I have, Steve, about Joe Thomas said the Myles Garrett trade hurt Browns fans.
What did he say?
He said that the trade, the Myles Garrett trade hurt Browns fans. Said that trading Myles Garrett hurt Browns fans because Myles Garrett represented hope during some difficult years. Thomas called Garrett one of the faces of the franchise and one of the greatest players in Browns history. But he also thinks the Browns made the right decision, and I do too.
Yeah. I mean, all that's true. Did it hurt? Yeah. I mean,
it's weird, Steve. I think we thought that we were going to be hurt more than we were talking about Myles Garrett. Then once he finally got traded, it was kind of like, okay, whatever.
Well, I think there's a few factors into that, my own personal belief.
What's that?
I would start with one. I think we're numb to everything by now.
Yes. We are.
To a point, I think the fact that he broke the single season record last year was something like, kind of nice to celebrate and stuff with everything. Like if we had traded him and he goes and does that in LA, I think everybody's losing their mind.
Yeah.
So, and let's be honest. I think most Browns fans would agree that I don't think he truly wanted to be here. I mean, he made that evident, was it 2 years ago when he did the whole Radio Row and stuff, came back. But did you hear all this stuff? I mean, there were some good points made. I mean, have you seen many of the players and stuff, teammates say stuff about him, missing him and all that, or any of that?
No, not really. I have not.
Draft Day, your favorite movie. Callahan. Did any of his teammates go to his birthday party? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Right. They would go to Myles Garrett's birthday party.
I saw Alex Wright seemed to be a little bit of a response to it, some emotion. Yeah. I think he said he's going to get something about drinks too or something. Needed some drinks, but nobody else has really ever come out and said anything or done it. So kind of interesting about that.
If you could undo the trade today, would you undo it and take Myles Garrett back?
I don't think so.
Oh,
crazy as that sounds. Only way I would, and this is again hindsight being 2020, if this team ends up being way better than what we think and make the playoffs and our playoff caliber team, then I guess it would be great to have a guy like that.
Right.
But if you think they're still a couple years away 2-3 years away from being true contenders, then they made the right call. He's going to be 33 at that point. I do, from what I've seen in practices and what I've heard, I'm starting to like Verse more and more. He seems more of a vocal leader and stuff than what Myles was. Now, then again, that's great. Give me what Myles does on the field over anything else. But that being said, I'm kind of curious.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Would you still do it?
Yeah, I definitely would still do it. I think I like the direction the Browns are going with this.
James said that he'd keep Q and Sampson and have Chubb be the third back. If he retires, bring him back and give him a coaching gig, assistant running back coach.
Yeah. Hey, I like that idea. Bring him back on the staff.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. And yeah, for him to be, he embodied everything you want a Browns player to be, and it was easy, just an easy guy to root for and cheer for. James also said, I'll just say watching Chubb leave hurt more than seeing Garrett go.
I agree with that, James. Good call. I 100% agree with that.
Love Garrett, but I think it's because Chubb was all about being a Brown. He absolutely was. I wholeheartedly.
Great point.
Yep. And no offense, nothing against Garrett. I mean, he's going to go down as probably maybe the best Browns defensive player ever and one of the top 5 or 10 Browns of all time. But yeah, Chubb just hit different and always will.
Yeah.
You do have me a Chubb jersey, by the way.
I got a Chubb t-shirt. I didn't buy the jersey, but I did buy the t-shirt.
Yeah, I got one. They had somebody told me about it. Dang, I forget now. I apologize. Whoever you were told me about it. And they had like this big sale. And I bought me and actually my wife each a Chubb jersey. So I do have mine. That'll be one. I think Chubb, he goes up there with a handful of other Browns where you can wear that jersey anytime, any decade, and always be good.
I agree. Browns have announced training camp dates.
Yeah.
Rookies are coming in July 23rd and veterans on July 28th. So just over a month away. Well, actually, today's the 24th of June. We're a month away.
Yeah. Browns are expected. Oh, they said, I did see that. Browns are expected to open maybe about 9 practices to the public. So we, being Browns season ticket holders, should get a crack at that.
I definitely want to go this year compared to what Stefanski's training camp looked like.
I haven't been to one in several years now. In fact, I got him the last time. I actually gave him to some friends, social media friends. So I don't know. Maybe we might Latzu. Well, they can too. Latzu, there's a Gleam podcast. One of them may have to make an appearance this year.
That'd be fun. The Buffalo Bills are coming into Bree also on August 20th.
Yeah,
they play the Bills on the 22nd. Oh, Steve, which reminds me, the Saturday the 22nd game against the Bills, we were going to go to that one.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be at the Monster on the Mountain with Brownie that weekend in Gatlinburg. So I will not be able to go to that Bills preseason game.
What are you going to?
I think it's called Monster on the Mountain.
What is it? Like a rock festival?
Yeah, it's like, Rat. Brett Michaels is going to be there. I think. I can't remember all bands off the top of my head, but a bunch of 80s hair bands.
I will take that ticket. I normally can't remember the last preseason game I went to, but I am wholeheartedly going this year. And after the video you showed last week, I believe, of where our new seats are, that got me even more fired up. So I will be there for that. I am looking forward to it. And James said he said he just found a Chubb t-shirt jersey and a Chubb hoodie with a helmet on it at a Goodwill, almost brand new, to add to his collection. Nice.
Wow, that's nice.
You came across that place. You featured it several episodes back. Was it in Lakewood or Cleveland? Remember that little vintage store where they had brown stuff?
Yeah, there are a couple right on the 117th. The Flower Child had one, and there's another one over there too. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, you can, dude. You'd be surprised. I've actually even given stuff to Goodwill, the different places. Salvation Army, Goodwill. We have a few. What's the one? Save a Lot? Not Save a Lot. I don't know. Every so often I'll go through clothes, and I've had brown stuff I've passed on. Some of I've barely worn or still had the tags. They're either too big or too small. So you can find some great gems at those places.
Steve, I got to go back to the concert I'm going to with Brownie for 3 days in Gatlinburg. Yeah. Ted Poley from Danger is going to be there.
Okay.
Night Ranger, Lita Ford, Sebastian Bach. Mike Tramp from White Lion.
Oh, I love me some White Lion. Greatest
Dangerous Toys, Crazy Licks, Bastard Pussycat. So yeah, bunch of 80s hair bands.
In your glory. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it should be fun. So unfortunately, I won't make that Bills game. That's
all right. I'll find me a new friend. I'll take somebody to that, have some fun. And real quick to kind of end with some Browns news, even though he's not a Brown anymore, Jameis Winston, one of my favorite.
I love Jameis Winston.
He's so funny. When he is done with football, he is definitely going to be on TV doing something. That man belongs on TV and a mic in his thing. But I don't watch a lot of the World Cup. I watch here and there. I got to admit, it is kind of exciting. But being how I am, I've never been a soccer guy. But I came across this thing. I believe it was with Fox Sports doing some World Cup coverage. And for those that are watching, you'll get to enjoy it. But if you're listening, at least you'll get the sound effect. But here is Jameis Winston and some video of him doing some World Cup coverage.
Fakes in Seattle.
Whoop. What did you do, Steve? He's eating W's. Got the George Washington wig on. USA! 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 Is that what the United States team is dancing
I know if you're listening, you're like, what the hell is that?
But I was watching and was saying, what the hell is that?
I love him. I can't get enough. And that cracked me up, just brought a smile on my face, and I wanted to share it. So there you go. Sorry about that, but it's just him all over with fans. He had the, what do you call those wigs that they wore? You know, their hair was like back in the colonial times.
The powder wigs. A powder wig, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. He had that on. Just him being a goofball and with the fans. And just, I love me some Jameis. So anyway, on that note, we talked last week, John. For those that follow us on our different social medias, you've seen them. But last week we talked about we're adding more stuff. We're trying to add stuff daily, different just way to get you guys involved some more. We have our Gleam Confessions. He said what he said, Gleam Showdown, and Gleam Legend. So this week we had a few, and you put up the Gleam Confessions. It's our second one. And it was basically, how many Browns jerseys have you bought over the years? And we got some pretty good responses back from that. Let's see. I had Chris Canner, our buddy Chris, said he had 2. Jim Brown and Tim Couch. Our buddy James Frank, who's listening, commenting on the show, he had 11. And I had them all down for sake of time because we had a few others with about the same or more. He has 11 jerseys, which I thought was pretty impressive. D. Wayne said he had 9. And again, I apologize for not listing all the jerseys you guys had. The winner by this one blew me away. Mike, I hope you're saying your last name. Pichar?
Yes, Pichar.
Said he had 23 jerseys, 8 of them autographed, and 1 game worn, which I believe was a Christian Kirksey, if I remember.
Yeah, it was a Christian Kirksey game worn jersey.
Damn, 23.
That's a nice collection.
I was impressed I thought James had it when he said 11. And Mike came up with 23. Do you know how many you have, John?
I think I can count them on one hand. I have a Tim Couch, Bernie Kosar, Baker Mayfield, and Brady Quinn. I think that's it.
You got that Brady
4.
Quinn. Didn't you get that somewhere for like 10, 15
bucks? Yeah, it's like Michael's or something for
or TJ Maxx or Michael's, one of those places.
Yeah.
That's another one, James. You ever want to find some good steals? TJ Maxx or Marshall's.
Marshall's, not Michael's.
Michael's isn't that the yeah, Marshall. They'll have, so usually it's somebody that's no longer on the team, but I may be double digits with jerseys. But 1, 2, 3. I think 4 or 5 of them have my number 44 and my name on it. So I don't know if those really count. Plus, I knew you have several of those too. I'm trying to think. I have a couch. I have a Kosar. I have an Eric Turner, Baker, Chubb. That's 5. I may be missing somebody. I have at least 5. And then, like I said, I think I have 4 or 5 personal jerseys of my own. So not too bad.
Do you buy the white? Do you buy the white jerseys or the brown jerseys? What do you like better?
I had some white, but I switched. I prefer the brown because I don't have hardly any white t-shirts because I generally spill something on them and then I'm stained for life. So I always try and get a dark colored shirt.
Yeah.
Because I'm always worried I'm gonna ruin it. What about
I find that to be true. Yeah, I started going brown jerseys because my white ones you go tailgating, you slop some mustard on there or something.
For sure. Spill stuff. Dude, I'm terrible. I realized last year or so, I spill stuff all the time.
Dude, I don't own a clean shirt.
No, I got no. I don't know what happened to me. Anyway, thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I did. Well, I'm kind of right, I guess, on this. My he said what he said comment of the week was, I don't care how good he may be, the Browns should absolutely not place a bid on Brandon Sorsby, and I think they're going to follow my advice this year and not do it. So there we go. The Gleam Showdown. This one, we got a few responses. You had a Gleam Showdown that you had posted. It was William Green versus Quinshon Judkins and defend. And the responses I saw a few had both went Judkins, which isn't really much of a surprise.
Right.
James had posted, I got so many jerseys. Only current on the team now are Judkins and Shedeur. I tend to stick with the Browns jerseys too. Yeah, that's impressive. I don't have any current ones. So Shedeur, that's now, James, do you have the Shedeur? Is it the 12 or did you get the new number 2? Remember the Browns would do stuff where if somebody did change, they'd let you, if you got it through them anyway, they would let you go back and exchange it.
Do they still do that?
You would hope. You would think.
Chris Canner said Judkins higher ceiling, except now he's been injured and not sure if it sets him back. Judkins, I feel, can plow through and over players, where Green, who was fun to watch, only seemed to do well in open space. And what running back doesn't do good in open space?
Yeah.
Good point. Yeah, really I kind of agree with that. I think Judkins kind of makes his holes where Green kind of needed a hole.
Yeah, and Green really only had, and I don't even know if it was so much Green or if it was Jimmy Donovan, really only had one memorable moment. Remember the
run, William, run.
I mean, that was it. He broke one big thing, but he really, for being a first-round pick, was he 19th or 26th somewhere? Being a first-round pick, he really never really produced much.
And now that you say that, Steve, I really miss Jim Donovan and Doug Deacon.
Yeah, they were good.
I'm not feeling this broadcast booth as much as I was with those guys.
No, nothing against Siciliano.
No, they're excellent. And Nathan Zagura, I've always said, one of the smartest guys that.
Oh my God, statistical genius out there.
Yes,
James said he got to 12. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I just really like Jimmy and Doug Deacon together. I thought it was a good pair.
Yeah, they were good. We've been spoiled. Cleveland's been spoiled with a lot of their broadcasters, so we're bound to hit a little bit of a lull.
What did James Frank say?
He said he got the 12 jersey, but a new 2 jersey will be coming. Somebody say birthday gift or Christmas? Well, Christmas a long time. Hopefully before then. So
yeah,
that's awesome.
Okay.
We did the Gleam Legends, and this past week you featured one of my favorites, Brian Brennan, Mr. Clutch, as you called him, which I thought was a really good write-up on him in segment. I'll never forget. It was the playoff game, the
Jets
87. When I thought we were going to the Super Bowl, he made that catch, come back on the ball down the sideline, makes the catch. The defender stumbles and falls. He does a Jimmy shake move and goes down the rest of the sideline for that touchdown.
Yeah, he was so sure-handed too. Like if you needed a first down and you needed to move the chains, Brian Brennan was your man.
He was like, Cooper Kupp was kind of, sure-handed, probably not as fast. He was kind of quick, but not fast. Short little guy. Who else?
Steve Largent.
Yeah. I'm thinking of more current guys that people could relate to.
Oh, yeah.
Julian Edelman type, a Cooper
Julian
Kupp.
Edelman, for sure. Yeah. Julian Edelman, shorter, but always able to get open.
Just that guy, short receiver. You throw him in the slot anywhere. You just, anyway. Landry to a point too. When he was briefly with us, he was sure-handed, and that was Brennan.
Oh.
Catch everything. And old school. Didn't wear gloves.
I love Jarvis Landry. I don't know why that all fell apart the way it did. And I've heard Jarvis talk about it, even with Chevzay on his he did an interview with Jarvis Landry. And I just, man, I don't know how that team from the 2000s just fell apart so fast. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought we were on something big there, but James he picked Q over, but he liked Willie Green. He doesn't think the injury would affect Quinshon. I think he'll pick right up where he left off. That is true. And
I think he will too.
Chris Cantor on YouTube, brewing beer and got you on the garage big screen watching.
Wait, Cantor's brewing beer?
Who knew?
Is he going to actually have his own beer for the his beer fest? I wonder.
Wait a second. I thought, didn't he say he doesn't brew beer? He just does the
his brother brewed beer, and now he's doing it.
Hey-oh. That could be some exciting stuff there. And James asked, what do y'all think our final wide receiver room looks like? Ooh. A lot less crowded, I'll say that, because we got about 500 receivers on this roster right now. John, any thoughts on that?
Well, obviously, Boston and Concepcion and Judy, that's 3.
Right.
They got to keep Isaiah Bond, that's 4.
Yeah.
I guess the question is 5 or 6 receivers on the roster. What are they going to
They go at least 6.
So then 2 more. Tillman, I imagine Tillman will stay.
Tillman's going to be an interesting one. Bond for sure. So we got Bond, Boston, Concepcion, Judy. Those 4 are probably locks. Now you got a bunch. I mean, there's at least 2 more. I say at least 6. So Malachi Corley, I liked a lot.
I do too.
He made some plays. Luke Flory, I don't think has a shot.
No.
Probably practice squad like last year. Jamari Thrash, a guy they drafted. Tillman. They also signed Tylan Wallace.
I would go Tillman 1 more year. I want to see what he's got for 1 more year.
Yeah. They also have the Aaron Anderson. And who is it? I think it's Wallace. Who's it? Wallace or Anderson? One of them also does the returns. So right there, I'm probably going with, if it was right now, Bond, Boston, Concepcion. I think Corley's still on this team. Judy, probably Tillman. That would be my 6. What do you think, James? Curious to see what James thinks.
Yeah.
And on that, what do we have for that? Got that.
Go some know your enemy, AFC North Intel.
We're already 12:43.
You're killing.
I don't think we're going to come close to quitting at 1 like you asked.
Well, well, the good thing is the AFC North, you got our little logo, Steve. You can put that up, or are you going to slack on?
I sure do. I'm slacking a little, but here it comes down.
No, anyway, so there's not much news. The funny thing is, Steve, and I've said this before, the Browns always have all the news when it comes to division, it seems like. And this is a really slow time of year. Every team, I scour the NFL news pretty much daily. I go NFL.com, look at the news, look at different teams.
Yeah.
And right now, everybody is pretty much posting about how great they feel about themselves. And Cincinnati Bengals, that's one team I wanted to talk about because, they got Dexter Lawrence now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to rebuild that defense. And then Coach Zach Taylor echoed the optimism expressed by Joe Burrow, saying that, they've got the offensive core with Burrow, Chase, Higgins, and now they're redoing the defense. And he expects the team to be a legitimate AFC contender this year. Okay. Now, two questions with that, Steve.
Yes.
Are they really an AFC contender? Or are they
I hate to say it. I mean, the defense, they had Hendrickson, now they got Lawrence. So 2 pretty good defensive linemen. They did address some needs on the defense. I mean, it all goes with Joe Burrow, right? He's healthy. You have to say yes, no? Do you think they are?
Yeah, I do. I think with their offense, they can score with anybody. So I think they are definitely a contender in the AFC. Actually, I believe that they are probably going to be the best team in the division this year.
Ooh, strong words there. Valid point. Baltimore, both Baltimore and Pittsburgh, new coaching staffs, some question marks. So Aaron Rodgers, another year older. Okay.
But if they don't, I think Zach Taylor could be on the hot seat at the end of this year.
Oh, I think for sure. I think some people were surprised he wasn't. But then again, I mean, to be fair for him, he has had a lot of injuries to deal. Well, he's had Joe Burrow injury, I should say.
Yeah.
So that says a lot there. So, okay.
So that's it for AFC North Intel. Like it's
Wow.
slow time of year. And hopefully next week or the next couple of weeks, we'll have some more.
I'd be lying if I said I missed not hearing about Aaron Rodgers, but I am damn happy I don't hear his name anymore.
And me too.
There you go. That was AFC Know Your Enemy and AFC North Intel. So, all right. John, you want to do the sponsor read for our wet jet? We got to pay the bills.
All right. Summer is here. And if your house, driveway, deck, or patio didn't survive the Ohio Spring and making it looking its best, might be time for a refresh. And that's where Wet Jet Pressure Washing comes in. Based in Painesville Township and serving all of Northeast Ohio, Wet Jet has been helping homeowners and businesses look their best since 2001. House washing, roof cleaning, gutters, concrete sealing, deck restoration, commercial fleet cleaning, you name it, they clean it. And these aren't guys showing up with a pressure washer from the hardware store. WetJet is fully insured, bonded, and uses professional-grade equipment along with eco-friendly cleaning solutions to get the job done right. Summertime means cookouts, Steve, and family gatherings, graduation parties, and spending time outside. Make sure your home looks its best for every guest who stops by. And here's the best part. Mention There's a Gleam podcast and get $75 off WetJet house wash and exterior window cleaning package. Give Scott and the team a call at 440-283-WASH. That's 440-283-9274. Or visit wetjetpressurewashing.com. WetJet Pressure Washing, clean that stands out. Let's get the gleam back.
You do really good with doing those reads, I have to say.
Oh, thank you.
That's why you get paid the big bucks.
I feel like Ken Carmen.
That is pretty good. All right. Well, this week we got the land segment here. I'm going to need your help here.
Okie dokie, I can do that. You want me to do the photos?
Yeah, I think I have.
Alrighty.
One. So I want to just
I'll pay attention this time too.
So this week I had the pleasure, along with my wife, we went to Dino's Restaurant. Those of you on the east side, especially in Lake County, you've probably been there before. It's a pretty popular, well-known, just a small family Italian restaurant. They're over off East 305th Street and Willock. It's always, this will blow your mind. You look them up. I Googled it. I had to Google, so I wanted to get some information. Google says 1200 East 305th Street, Willoughby Hills. Another one says Wickliffe. Another one says Willowick. And it's right up 305 there. So, you know, you get off my exit. That's my exit. You usually go left. This, you go right and right over the tracks.
I know what it's at. 305 South.
Yeah, Willowick still extends up there. They have a small area up there, which these guys still sit in, and Wickliffe's right there. And it's always been confusing. But when I looked it up, I had to chuckle because, yeah, they have literally three different city addresses there. But anyway, it's your classic Italian restaurant. They've been around for nearly 60 years. They've been in Western Lake County, I believe, since 1978, and they specialize in authentic Italian food, which, as you know, is I think it's my favorite cuisine. It's a nice, just casual atmosphere restaurant. They have that one side, they have the bar, and by the picture, or I don't know if I had a picture. No, I did not. I was going to pull something to show. One half is the restaurant. It's not huge, maybe 20 tables at best. And then the other side, they have the bar. They're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. They also offer catering at banquet halls. They do Pine Ridge Country Club and Manakiki, the golf course, at their place. And actually, during fish fries, they're at Pine Ridge Country Club. They do the fish fry for the Pine Ridge Country Club during Lent season. But they offer everything you'd expect from an Italian restaurant. They have appetizers like calamari, Italian sausage and peppers, fried provolone, and so much more. They have salads, pizza, subs, and they serve several types of pastas, pasta dishes, pasta sauces, meatball sausage, several specialty dishes, chicken and veal parm, eggplant parm, lasagna, chicken marsala, and more. They also do combination platters. They have seafood dishes. They even have a few steak and pork chop options. And, of course, like any Italian place, they got dessert. So That's a little bit about them. To tell you what I did, Deb and I went, and we actually went there for Father's Day. I didn't feel like cooking. It was later in the day. I actually was going to go for a steak and didn't feel a few places we were going to go to. I did not want to wait that long. So my next option, I'm like, you know what? Can never go wrong with Italian. So we actually went there for Father's Day, my choice. And Deb and I, we shared the appetizer for the breaded calamari with their garlic marinara sauce. John, it was pretty solid. Classic calamari, which I like. Not too strong with the breading, but just perfect. I like the little garlic marinara sauce that it came with too. That was good to start. And then with their dinners, they all come with tossed salad that's just absolutely loaded. I mean, it's a mound of mozzarella cheese on top and homemade house rolls and butter, which were fantastic. But Deb got the, and I don't think I got a picture of that one. She got the stuffed shrimp over linguine, and it originally comes with garlic and oil as the sauce on it. She asked if she could do Alfredo, which they did. The shrimp, John, was stuffed with crab meat and breadcrumbs, and I took a bite of it, and it was good.
Nice.
You like seafood, don't you?
No, I do like seafood, and I eat it.
No, she really enjoyed it. She said it was really good. Actually, the portion was huge. She took half of it home between the salad, the calamari. I mean, I knew she wouldn't finish, but for me, I was torn with what I wanted. So I did what I usually do best, and I ordered the chicken parm. And I've been there before, but it had been a while. I kind of forgot. I'm always a sucker at Italian places, like what's their meatballs or sausage like. I always like the classics. So I did what I do best, and I ordered chicken parm, and I also got me a side of 2 meatballs so I could see for myself. And, dude, the portion was huge. The chicken parm had 3 pieces of chicken.
It looks huge.
Yeah. I mean, those aren't small pieces. I saw them like, holy cow. And then I got 2 nice-sized meatballs. There, I love the picture there. You're not going to believe me if I tell you this, John, but I didn't finish my dinner, which that almost never happens.
Wow.
I rarely bring leftovers home because why? I don't know. I'm a glutton for punishment. I always look, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the effort to eat that little bit. And then I end up eating the rest of my dinner. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel sick. I ate too much. So anyway, overall, I thought the dinner experience was great. Food was great. Service was great. Our server, Gail, she was wonderful. And we enjoyed our meal. They do have a rewards program that they do, which of course I'm a member. And I looked it up here. I wanted to see, and that's why I was looking stuff up earlier. They have a 4.5 Google review. And
that's pretty good. That's a good good Google review. 4.
Yeah, that's with over 1.1 thousand reviews. So like I said, I think we've talked before. If you're 4 or 5 or higher, that's pretty good as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So highly recommend them. It's just, it's a good place. It's just good old-fashioned, authentic Italian food. Nothing fancy. I do have a true story for you. This will crack you up. So my cousin Dominic, right?
Yeah. So
back in the day, Dominic told me years ago, Dominic, if he really, really liked a girl and wanted to impress her, he would take her to Dino's restaurant. Being he's Italian, right? If he wasn't so sure or didn't think, if he didn't like her that much or didn't have the best of feelings, he'd take her to Olive Garden.
Okay.
So it's either Dino's if he really liked you and really had a good feeling. So I'm curious, and I need to ask him. I don't know if I ever asked him or not. He's married to his beautiful wife, Gabby. I have to find out if he ever took her to dinner, if he ever did take her to Dino's.
Hopefully he took her to Dino's.
Right? He better have. So anyway.
Well, if not, he better take her now. Now that you've given him such a great review.
There you go. So that's the land segment there. Just catching up on some comments here. Oh, James said wide receivers. He had Judy, Boston, Bond, Concepcion in and out of the lineup while also returning punts. And then he'd keep Corley and see if we can get anything for Tillman. And Larvdan. He'd also keep Larvdan.
I like Larvdan.
I do too. I forgot about him. And he also said veal parm is so good. James, that's actually one of my favorites. I didn't get it this time. To be honest, I don't know why. I just didn't. But that is my go-to.
I also saw Canner is brewing beer right now at his brother's
place.
Did? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I just saw it. You got it right. Brewing in Bay Village at my brother's place. The Hamlet Harbor Brewing Company. I love it. Can't wait to try that one. So All right, my friend, that is our review this week with that. And on that note, I'm going to do the read this week for our other sponsor. Thank you for those. Let me pop that up for you, John. And this one, here you go. This one is our friends over at Poo Poo We Do. So if you have a dog or dogs or are thinking about adopting a dog with our partners at Euclid Pet Pals, this one's for you. Nobody told you about that messy part of being a dog owner. And that's where Poo Poo We Do comes in. They're a pet waste removal service based in Painesville Township, and they cover all Lake County. They handle the job that nobody wants. They offer weekly, monthly, or even one-time cleanups. And let's be honest, everyone loves the dog. Nobody's racing outside for that cleanup duty, me included. Services start as low as $15 for one dog, which is pretty much a no-brainer if you value your time and your shoes. They've been doing it for over 4 years, and they keep it simple. You call, they show up, they clean up, and they're done. So you can call them at 440-941-9798 for a free quote and let them know you heard about them on There's a Gleam podcast. Poo Poo We Do, you handle the fun part, they handle the dirty work. Let's get that Gleam back. All right, John.
All right, Browns fans, it's time once again for our favorite community segment, Inside the Dog Pound, where we help a deserving dog find the forever home that they've been wanting for or waiting for. This free agent Fido of the week is a lovable veteran looking for a team to call his own. Meet Jet. At approximately 5 years old, Jet may not be a rookie anymore, but he's right in the prime of his career. He's already got the experience, the personality, and the heart. Now he just needs a family willing to sign him to a lifetime contract. Jet is a handsome boy with a shiny black coat, a sweet face, and a goofy personality that will have you smiling from day one. He's the kind of dog that doesn't need flashy tricks or fancy markings to stand out. His kindness, loyalty, and loving heart do all the talking. Unfortunately, black dogs are often overlooked in shelters. I didn't know that, Steve. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Huh. But we're hoping Browns fans can help change that, because if there was ever a dog who deserved a second look, it's Jet. This sweet guy is affectionate, dog friendly, and absolutely loves to cuddle. He's shown positive interest in other dogs and may enjoy having a canine teammate in his forever home. Cats have not been tested yet, but one thing is certain: everyone who meets Jet quickly becomes a fan. Like many players who spend too much time on the sidelines, Jet is struggling with shelter life. What he really wants is simple. It's a soft bed, a loving family, and a place where he never has to wonder where he belongs. Now, Jet isn't perfect, and honestly, what Browns fan is? I know we aren't, Steve. He does need a little work on his leash manners. He thinks a leash is a toy when he's being put on or taken off. But once he's out on the walk, he settles in and does great. Jet is neutered, vaccinated, and ready to report to training camp immediately. So, Browns fans, let's help this free agent find his forever franchise. Let's prove that heart, loyalty, and love matter more than appearances. Jet is ready to give all to the right family. The only question left is, who's ready to make Jet a part of their roster? And he's a cute-looking dog. And I wish I could take all these dogs, Steve. I really do.
And that reminds me, I did speak to Kristen, who's one of the volunteers there I usually communicate with on a weekly basis to find out what dog we're showcasing. And I told her we want to come back up. We might do some videos, do some stuff. So I told her I'd let her know. She's up there Saturday, so I was going to check with you, and we'll talk more about it later to see if we can line up a day. So anyway, that's Inside the Dog Pound. Thank you for doing that, John. And you got a little bit of NFL news here.
Yeah, let me get once again, Steve. I think we just make this show an hour and a half and start at 11:30.
Right. Give the fans what they want. They want more time.
Well, do they really? Or are we just thinking that?
I mean, we got to start doing more than once a week shows.
Well, maybe that might be during the season, possibly.
It could be.
All right. Couple things, Steve. Cam Scadaboo, Giants running back, says he won't change his physical running style despite suffering a serious ankle injury last season.
Okay.
He said he's going to get back to running people over. What do you think about that play style of Scadaboo?
I don't think he'll see past 4 years. So with that, do you?
No, I think he's going to burn. bright and fast and burn out. I think that's what's going to happen. But I love Cam Scannaboo.
Oh yeah, no, I wish him
He's
well.
fun
But
to
I don't know
watch.
if that style can hold up, man. He's gonna take a pounding. He'll learn. He's still young.
He is.
He might change that tune here.
Buccaneers defensive tackle Vita Vea is attending mandatory minicamp, but is not participating in workouts. He's entering the final year of his current contract. He's scheduled to make $17 million this year. He signed a 4-year deal in 2022.
We'll have to see how our buddy KB feels about that.
That's why I kind of wanted to talk about this story, because he's such a presence on that defensive line for the Buccaneers. I don't know. Do you pay him? I think you pay him. What do you think? I mean,
he's making the best defensive lineman, probably.
He's only making $17 million a year.
The struggle is real.
I think he should be making way more than that.
Yeah, well, when you see what some of these guys are getting, and I forget what Lawrence is making. So yeah, valid.
And then the last thing I got here, the New York Jets, they had a little bit of positive jealousy, they're calling it, when the New York Knicks won the championship. Whoa.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, gee. You trying to be me or something?
Right.
Something I would do. So anyways, the Jets have not won since Super Bowl III in 1959. So head coach Aaron Glenn said seeing another New York team reach the top is motivating for his team. So we'll see what the Jets can do this year. Now they're motivated. Oh, here you go, Steve. I got a question though.
Hit me.
Which fan base deserves a championship more right now? Browns, Jets, Bills, or Lions? I'm going to take the Browns out of there because we know we deserve it first. Lions, Bills, or Jets?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, it would have been a no-brainer. Brown. I'm going to say Lions because they never even went. Bills went to 4 and blew off 4, and the Jets, they've won a Super Bowl. They've not for them.
Exactly. I'm with you. I think the Lions are the next deserving team after us.
James said bring Via to Cleveland. I would do that in a heartbeat. Oh. And he also said Browns, but that's until you pulled them off the table. So I'm with you. No.
I was just going to say, I think is it time for your Steve's rant and roll?
Yeah. Do you have the soundbite for that?
Steve's gone crazy. Steve's gone mad. It's just another Steve's rant and roll.
All right, Steve. Time for the rant and roll.
Fired up. That's going to get you fired up for your trip here coming up in August with Brownie.
Right.
So 80s hairband. I love it. Side note, before I get to that, about my rant and roll for this week, I've had friends actually come up to me over the last week telling me that they have deleted their voice messages. If you remember last week, my rant and roll, I can't stand people that I go to leave, call them and get their voice message, and I get through all that stuff just to hear voicemail box is full and you can't leave a message, and it pisses me off. I've had so many people tell me that they've deleted it and are having fun with me. But one of my friends, Michelle, who's also a member of the boat club, she had another one that she despises and hates too, and which I completely forgot about, and is just as bad as the voice box being full.
What's
and
that?
That is the mailbox. The mailbox has not been set up yet, people.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I forgot. You've gotten those before, haven't you?
Yeah.
When you call and they say the moist mailbox has not been set up, so you can't leave a message with them. Add them to the list. So anyway, crack me up. Like I said, I've had people come up and comment to me about that, and I had several come up to me, and then Michelle dropped that one on me. I started laughing. So anyway, this one's not a terrible one. It's going to be a little short. But in honor, I don't know how many people are watching the NBA draft and all that. I watched a little bit last night. I watched long enough to see the Cavs trade their pick. I was like, oh, they're finally here at 29. We're going to pick. And then they made the nothing and just announced that they're trading the pick. So anyway, all right. We know this segment. It's all about rapid fire takes. Could be Cleveland sports, culture, whatever. Basically, whatever is driving me crazy. So here we go. Somebody explain this to me. Why is the NBA draft so bad? And what I mean by that is they only have 2 rounds and 60 picks. And most years, you're lucky to even have a handful of worthy picks that even ever amount to anything. I mean, you literally have the world to choose from, and you can't find 60 worthy picks. You have every college, and you have every country in this world to pick from, unlike football. And how many times have you heard during the draft, oh, after these top three or four players, there's really nobody really that great or worth anything? Yeah. Blows my mind. And I had to do a little bit of research. In the 70s, there used to be up to 20 rounds in that draft. From 74 to 84, it was 10 rounds. 1985 to 87, it had 7 rounds, which, in my opinion, 1986 was the greatest Cavs draft ever, because that's when you got Doherty, Ron Harper, and Mark Price in that draft. 1988, they dropped it to 3 rounds. And then since 1988, 1 year later, they dropped it to 2 rounds. My question is, when is it going to be 1 round? Because the NBA draft is pathetic. I said what I said. Let me know what you think and clip that.
I find it very hard to disagree with you on this. I've never understood why you can't get 30 good players from anywhere in the country, in the world. Like you said, the world stage. And you're talking guys that are from 18 to like 22 or so, and you can't get even one good round. You get 5 picks.
Forget. And okay, you could argue, well, college, now they got the rule. What is it? They got to play 1 year at least college ball or whatever. And yeah, you don't know, and you don't have a lot, but geez, I mean, you got the whole world, and that's the best you can do. So anyway, watching that draft, I was thinking about it in several years. They've always talked about that, So anyway, that's it.
It's kind of weird because like the NFL is such an extravaganza when it comes to the draft.
And this one is, with watching it, it's nothing. I mean, ESPN did their best. They had their little set of 4 or 5 people up there talking. They showed some highlights, but it's the NFL rules.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
That's a good Steve Durant role this week. I think that's fitting considering the draft was last night.
Well, what's funny is I thought about that yesterday. I'm like, I don't really have a rant and roll this week, and could I go without one? And then thank you, NBA. That popped in my head as I was watching it. I started getting all fired up in all the wrong way. So there you go. Anyway, move on. I want to hear about this one. This is our Lot Zoo tailgating segment, and this one I'm looking forward to hearing about.
All right, Steve. So for tailgating this week, I'm thinking, okay, we're in the off season, slow season. What do you do in the slow season? You get ready for the next season.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got my tailgating bin. Now, Steve, my tailgating bin that I've had since we started tailgating back in 2007, I believe.
Yeah.
I still have the same bin, and I put stuff in it. Now, I have not, since I've moved over the last couple of years, several times from Lakewood to downtown, then back out to Lakewood, now into Brook Park. I have not taken this tailgating bin out probably in 4 to 5 years. So I have no idea.
Look at that. I figured out how to put you directly on the screen by yourself. Look at that big, beautiful box behind you.
Yeah, and look at the big nose in front of you. Anyway, so that's the tailgating box right here. I think there's certain things that you need to have in your tailgating box, essentials. I don't know what's in this box. So
looks like it's been around a little bit.
It sure has. So, Steve.
What's in the fucking box?
Well, we blew that one. Let's play it again.
In the box. What's in the fucking box?
All right, there we go. So, Steve, let's take a look inside the tailgating bin.
That was such a good movie.
Unfortunately, I don't have a good camera to do this. I have like I said, 5 years probably since I opened this tailgating box.
That was a good movie, 7 though.
Well, we've got a heated seat cushion. Not a bad idea to have tailgating, right? You sit and when it's cold out when you're on one of those collapsible chairs.
Yep. Although in 3 years we won't need it when we're in that nice, shiny new indoor stadium. But for now, absolutely need it being in Cleveland.
We have, these have not seen the light of day in a long time. The plastic is so busted up on these, but they're.
What is it?
Steve, those are Cleveland Brown ping pong balls for beer pong.
At first I was like, do you have golf balls? Why the hell do you have ping pong?
Yeah, we got beer pong, Cleveland Browns beer pong.
Okay, solid.
You got to have this, an old scarf. So when it gets cold,
Wasn't that one of our giveaways when we used to do our 50-50 raffle? Didn't you get like a bunch of those at like Mark's or somewhere back in the day?
This one was from the Browns, I think.
Oh, okay.
I got this one too, Steve. It's the squeeze flask. Remember the squeeze flask?
Yeah.
You put your drink in there, and then you squeeze it, and you drink the shot out of the top.
Yep.
Right now, Steve, I'm seeing a lot of useless shit in this box. Well, this now here's something good to have with you when you tailgate. A little utility knife. You never know. Screw things, cut things. That's always good to carry with you.
Yep.
Along with a beer cup, Halloween beer cup.
And it's orange.
A couple more things, Steve. I got this. How about a Jason mask? That's it for tailgating for Halloween.
Clip that. That's fun.
Raffle tickets. We need raffle tickets. We're raffling stuff away. Steve, just a plethora of garbage in here.
We should do our 50-50 raffle.
Here we go. We got garbage bags. Definitely when you're tailgating, bring your garbage bags. Don't throw shit on the ground.
Right.
And see a couple other little things I'll pull out. I've got gloves. Also an extension cord. That's always good to have. And don't forget your phone chargers too. That's always good. Steve, I think I need to clean this box up because it is a disaster in here.
I'm loving the randomness.
How about sunscreen? What do you think about that? That's not bad having.
If you pull out a hot dog or a brat, I'm going to lose my mind.
If what?
If you pull out a hot dog or a brat, I'm going to lose my mind.
You
ever see those videos that they do, like the McDonald's? I bought this hamburger 4 years ago, and it looks exactly like when they bought it.
And that's about it. I got some zip ties, things like that. So this tailgating bin needs to be gone through. So what I intend to do, Steve, is
whoa. Wait a second. Let's put some of this. You have zip ties, a mask, gloves. Dude, you sound like a serial killer. Cords,
duct tape.
Oh God.
Old brown socks.
Those were season ticket holder gifts.
Yes. I think you gave this to me. And then I got this, Steve. In those moments.
Oh my gosh.
I could do the podcast in the Spider-Man costume.
He's my favorite. You remember we had that for the tailgate that one time? Yeah. I got a picture of all of us wearing it, doing Spider-Man poses. That's awesome.
So anyways, that's my tailgate box, Steve. It's a disaster. I'm going to clean it up over the next couple of weeks. And before the season, we'll do another Latsu segment where my box is all cleaned up. I'll take a picture of this too before and after because it is a disaster.
I love it. The only thing I wish you should have had in there that I could think of just off the top of my head, Ziploc bags.
And paper towels.
Paper towels, but Ziploc, you're at a tailgate because you can bring. I'm blown away how many people don't realize that you can bring food into the Browns game. They will allow you to. It's got to be in like a Ziploc size bag. Like
1 gallon Ziploc bag.
Yeah, 12 by 12. I mean, we've actually taken subs and they're wrapped in sub wrappers. They didn't say anything. Right. Actually, may or may not, or I've heard allegedly people taking water bottles and wrapping those up in a sub sandwiches because you can't bring liquids in. But allegedly. So I think that should be added because you're at a tailgate. You're like, oh, you're not going to eat that? You got leftover this or that? My only suggestion is don't fill them with wings because you did that before and sat next to me, and I would never do that again in my life.
Yeah, you don't want to eat wings at the game.
Your hands were so disgustingly covered in sauce. I'm like, don't come near me. Don't touch me. Get away from me. Anyway, good stuff there.
That was my little tailgating segment. Make sure you have a tailgating bin and make sure it's filled with good stuff, not a bunch of crap like I got. So.
No, that's awesome. All right, my friend. Well, once again, we're not an hour show. We're longer. Why we even say an hour? I don't know why. But anyway, I think
this show definitely is going to be getting uploaded tomorrow.
There you go. Anyway, we want to thank everybody for joining us today. James, our friend, good to see you back. We missed you. Chris, nice to see you again. And watching us live brewing beer. Impressive. I want to thank our sponsors, Wet Jet Pressure Washing and Poo Poo We Do. Check them out. We have their info on our Facebook page. Again, all the social media stuff. I'll pop it up here for a second, but we're on YouTube, Facebook, X, TikToks, websites. There's a Gleam.com. Check at the top of our page, the Gleam store. You can get merchandise. And Still waiting for a voice message. If you want to leave a message, though, John's got to put something up for that.
I did. It's should the Browns trade Denzel Ward is the question on the website.
Oh, okay, good call on that. So there you go with that.
Leave a message, leave a voice message at www.there'sagleam.com.
Yep, pretty easy to do. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just click to start recording, then stop button once you're done recording, and you can give your name and email, or if you don't, you don't have to, but at least your name, and hit that send button, and it's that simple, and we may play it on the next show. So hope to get that. Other than that, I think we have, again, help us spread the word. We appreciate it. We're over 1,000 now on Facebook, which is pretty cool. We need to start building up some of our other platforms, so please help us spread the word. Share, follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And John, anything else you want to add?
I don't have anything else, Steve. No, I don't. I just guess I need to start working on this tailgating box.
That was pretty cool. You need to do that, and then you probably, you know what you should do?
What's
you
that?
should have a tailgate box for anticipation of the new indoor stadium. What that could look like a futuristic one. Oh, we can have some fun with that. We should ask other people out there. What would be in your? That's what you got to post. What would be in your tailgate box?
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll take some pictures of what's in mine, and then what should I get rid of, and what should I keep?
There you go. All right, guys. Well, on that note, I want to thank you all for joining us. Have a great week, and go Browns. And remember what Coach Marty Schottenheimer would say.
Gleam, man. There's a gleam. Let's get the gleam, all right? Let's go.
All right, everybody. Have a good week, and go Browns.